What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. I am your favorite. Yes, you can have a favorite, self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Illness across all social media platforms. If this is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice, I am a diagnosed narcissist. I've been in therapy for 4 years, and I use my platform to raise awareness for narcissistic personality disorder, get more people into therapy like myself, and also validate the victims and survivors of this disorder as well. So today's episode is going to be about one of the age-old questions. Does the narcissist miss you? Do they miss you? Do they think about me? Blah, 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 boop, boop, beep, 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 robot time. You know what I mean? Literally, that's it right there. I get that question so much. Does the narcissist miss me? Do they ever think about me and things like that? What do you think? So I feel like a lot of people think that narcissists are like literally, in fact, robotic. Like, we don't have feelings, we don't have hearts, we don't have souls. We're just robotic meat sacks here to hurt people. I am a robot. I programmed to destroy humanity. No, narcissists, so me personally, I miss people. I've talked to other narcissistic people. I've talked to people diagnosed like myself with narcissistic personality disorder. I've asked this question. These questions have been postulated before to different people. Yes, narcissists miss people, but it might not be for the reason that you want them to miss you. You might have been the good, people say the grade A supply, or you might be in a doormat like, hey, I can't run over this person anymore. God, it's gonna be hard to get somebody else to get in this position. I can just overrun them and do what I want to them and get away with it forever. God, I miss that right there. I miss that control. I miss that person. I miss that presence. And a lot of times they miss that convenience. Do sometimes narcissistic people feel like they lost the one, that I missed the one? Yeah, sometimes you feel like that because we are human beings. Yeah, sometimes you have that you miss that person. You're like, man, that person, like me, I'm a cisgender man, so I'm just like, like she might have been the one. She really might have been the one. I messed it up. Dang. But here comes the mental gymnastics of narcissistic personality disorder. I immediately, when I started to miss somebody and think that they used to be the one, I immediately start blaming them for the reason why we're not together. Like one of my exes, I'm like, look, you are not the one for me because your education dreams were not on mine. We couldn't have a good conversation anyway, even though we used to, round of applause sessions, that was cool. But other than that, what connection do we have? My brain will start to flip off and point out the negativity of that person to justify, to make myself feel better. It's like literally a built-in narcissistic force field, like for self-defense, to protect my ego and stuff like that. It won't just allow me to sit in my own grief and misery, but without blaming somebody else for being there. But I had to break through that little pattern right there. That's how I kind of got in therapy right there. I had to break through that pattern right there of protecting myself and blaming everybody else for my grief and misery. That's how I got into therapy. That's how I'm still in therapy right now. You know what I mean? Fighting through what I'm fighting through. You understand? So that happens a lot too, though. But I mean, just like narcissists do miss people. But it's just probably not for the reason you want them to miss you. Like sometimes they miss you because you didn't have boundaries. They miss, like narcissistic people. Like it's easier to keep you than to go find somebody else that acts like you, that has no boundaries, that puts up no fight against what we want to do. My way or the highway, cool. This is your way, the highway, baby, cool. I'm ride or die. You know what I mean? You don't they miss the fact that you didn't have any boundaries and things like that. Maybe at the end of the relationship, you started to put boundaries up, and the narcissistic person didn't like them, and you finally took your power back and left. Or sometimes you still didn't have boundaries, and they discarded you. And now you wonder why you weren't enough. So it's that stuff like that happens a lot of times. Like sometimes you outgrow the narcissistic person and they can feel it, and they miss the old person, they miss the old you. And they'll say it, you're not the same anymore. I miss the old you. You've changed. Beep, 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 boop, boop, boop. You're not who I thought you were. You're not who you used to be. Of course you're not. You've grown up. You've changed over time and stuff like that, of course. But now, I hope this video is not triggering to a lot of people. But literally, I just have to keep it real though, because sometimes they miss the fact that they could get away with anything. They miss the fact that they could cheat on you, get forgiven, and not have to say sorry or anything like that. They miss the fact that they miss things like that, y'all. I'm just telling you, this is how dark the narcissistic mind can get. They miss the convenience of being able to, sleep with their phone in their pockets and doing things like that. sleep with their phone in their pocket, hide their, have a separate apartment, and we all actually married and living together, but they have their own apartment that they were refusing to give up for whatever reason. It won't give you the key or tell you the address for, and things like that. They miss people who allow them to get away with stuff, y'all. I mean, just keep it 100. Let's just keep it real. They miss people that allowed them to get away with things. They miss people who didn't challenge them. They miss that type of stuff right there, y'all. And a lot of times they miss who you were. Like, this is going to sound cliche. It's going to sound backwards. But a lot of times narcissistic people miss who you were in the beginning of the relationship. We miss the person that we were love bombing. We do. And I know there's a catch there, because you changed. That person that we were love bombing changes because we stopped love bombing them. We stopped treating them correctly. We stopped giving them affection and things like that. So we do miss who you used to be. Dang, you used to be such a fun party girl. Like, goodness gracious, who are you now? Like, I don't like you anymore because you're not the same person I met. You know what I mean? But you've changed. The person dealing with the narcissist has changed because of the simple fact that we have stopped applying. We have stopped giving you what we used to give you. Things like that, when we just used the guise of like relationship change, people grew apart, blah blah blah, beep beep beep. You know what I mean? So yes, narcissistic people do miss people. Here's another example of narcissistic people missing people. Narcissistic people go back, like narcissists, men and women, go back to exes after they break up with you. Like when they break up with you, they'll circle back to an ex. Why? If they don't miss people, why do they circle back to an ex? Because if they miss that convenience, if they miss the same things I just said, they miss that stuff about somebody, maybe enough time has passed to where, like, if that person broke up with us, maybe enough time has passed where that person will forgive me for whatever, maybe forgive me without an apology. Maybe enough time has passed where one of my exes has think that I've changed and I've grown because enough time has passed. Like, maybe he's not a manipulator anymore. Maybe he's not a liar anymore. And look, I know I keep saying he because I'm talking about myself, but women can be narcissists too. In case people reach out to this, hey, Lee Hammond, you're a simp. You just pander to women. Weirdos. But literally, that's how it goes right there. Point blank period. That's how the mind works though, y'all. Like, that's why they'll circle back. I call it the path of least resistance, though. Narcissist, you go to what you know. It's easier to rekindle a flame than it is to try to start one with wet logs. You know what I mean? It's easy to rekindle an old fire. The sweet spot. Exactly the type of heat it takes to start this fire. It's easier to do that than it is to go out here and try to find somebody else completely different. Try to find somebody else that's on a different level and stuff like that, and start over from scratch. Is it fun starting over from scratch sometimes to see what you can do, see what you can get away with, see what this new person has to offer? Yeah, that's fun. It does get fun sometimes, y'all, honestly. But most of the time, it's just like, it's hard. Like, I got to start all over from scratch. So sometimes the narcissist they'll do whatever it takes to keep you, and they'll say it. They'll tell you, I do, and they'll actually use those exact words right there. I'll do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, I'll do to keep you. Or the classic for a man or for a woman, I just want my family back. They be killing that right there. I just want my family back. I just want my family back. I just want my family. I didn't know what I had till I lost it. I just want my family back. Please, please. Please stop letting the other man clap your cheeks. Those are my cheeks. Those are mine. Those are my cheeks that he's clapping. Please, please, get my family back. No. Stop giving, I'm just telling y'all, just because somebody says they miss you, understand what they miss you for. If a narcissist texts you after a long period of time has passed and say, hey, don't you miss what we had? They're telling on themselves, they are read through the BS, read behind, peel back the layers, understand what they missing. Don't you miss what we had? We had some good times, right? After they've cheated on you 14, 15 times, yeah, don't you miss what we had? Yes, he or she misses what they had because they missed the convenience. They missed the person that didn't have boundaries or, said stop them. They missed that. They miss it. Even if they leave you high and dry, even if they leave you broken, even if they leave you hurt, they will still miss the convenience of you sometimes. Yes, they can actually miss people. Like my wife left, and she had boundaries set up and stuff like that. And I missed her. I missed the hell out of her. And I was just like, ugh. And all the stuff went through my mind, and I just God, faith, focus. That's all I did. God, faith, focus. Back into therapy, focused on me. I didn't focus on her. I focused on me. But I did miss my wife when she moved out, when she left me. I missed my son. I missed I wanted my family back. I know it's funny to think about it right now, but like, it's so cliche though, isn't it? I wanted my family. I wanted my family back, y'all. I did. I got them back now. I fought. But yeah, they will say that they miss you, and they honestly probably do miss you for those reasons though. Figure out why they miss you. If you need answers, ask why. If you can't block them, what do you miss about me? What exactly do you miss? And they need to be specific. I miss your touch. If they miss your butt or your boobs or your eggplant or whatever, if they miss that, then no. They just miss the cheeks. They miss clapping cheeks. That's all literally all they miss. Get specific. What do you miss? I miss your essence. Or they just give some blanket statement. I miss everything about you. That means they miss nothing about you. What does it sound like how do we know if they really miss us then? I miss you as a person. I miss you as a human being. Like, we had a connection. Of course we've had other connections before. We've had other connections afterwards. But the connection that me and you had was like, there's like no other. It's hard to put into words. I'm stumbling. I'm stuttering right now because I really can't put it into words. Like, the fact that I just truly miss you as a human being, as a person. As my connection piece, as the person who was connected to me, and I was connected to them. As the person who I thought was my soulmate. I still think that nowadays. I still think that you're my soulmate right now. It's just, sometimes soulmates split apart, and I just miss your essence. I miss the fact that that how we used to talk. I miss having educated conversations with you. I miss and seeing. You know how easy it was. Who am I talking to? I'm talking to myself. Anyways, y'all, I really truly appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank y'all again. Like and subscribe for more. Mental Illness is out. Peace.